Whoa. Oh my gosh, where did Michael Clyburn go? This is how This is how we're starting out today. There you are. Okay.
He's kind of running the thing. Like we need him.
Where is he? I'm right here. I haven't gone anywhere. What is happening?
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another Twisted Kate's 7:30 Extravaganza Bonanza. My name is Sam.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jesse.
Off to a little bit of a shaky start here. Mike, you want to pick up the proverbial pieces and get rolling with the news?
I sure will, you guys. Good. How you guys doing? You good? Feeling good? Awesome.
Swell.
So there are a ton of new comic books releasing coming up over the summer. There's a new Moon Knight book, like a crap ton of X-Men books, and all these books we're going to discuss on the Twistcasts when we record it tomorrow. But what neglected character do you think should have their own solo book?
See, this was a tricky question at first because, like, I don't read a lot of books. I just don't have the time for it right now. So I was just like, I don't know if I could like pick a character that doesn't already have a book. But then I thought about this one character, and it just hit me. Crazy Quilt. Crazy Quilt needs his own book. Damn it! The world does not have enough Crazy Quilt.
I told you neglected character, and you went there. I'm happy. I'm happy. Well played. Well played. Sam.
So maybe I just like subconsciously glossed over the neglected part of the question, because I came across an intriguing thing for a character recently, and that's the development of Franklin Richards, who has been depowered, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. So I think like a solo book would be really cool for Franklin Richards, seeing what he does outside the Fantastic Four, because that's going to be a pretty big personal struggle, and I think it would be an interesting book.
That's a good call.
That was a serious answer.
I submit a possible edit to that.
Okay.
What about Franklin and his sister?
Ooh.
Like a 2-for-1. Because she's still a freaking genius, but he's just like not special anymore. Like not the way he used to be a fucking god. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I think I would just I would do cameo appearances with her.
Okay. I like the pass through. Okay. Janelle says even if it was a limited series, a long shot book. I like that. Crazy Quilt.
I've never even heard of Crazy Quilt. Who the fuck is Crazy Quilt?
He was like a D-list Batman villain.
Oh, okay.
Again, I'm not going there. I have to pick a mutant for me personally. I love Armor. Like her power is just super cool to me, and it's like always has been ever since her introduction to the world. So I would go with like an Armor solo book. That'd be cool. Thank you. That's my favorite Nightwing shirt. It's my only Nightwing shirt.
It's a pretty sweet shirt.
Wait, just because it's your only doesn't mean it's not your favorite.
That's true. When I only had one kid, he was my favorite kid and my only kid at the time. Now I have two, and now I have two favorites. I absolutely have a favorite. I'm not getting into that. That is not why we're here. All right. So people have a billboard out there to resurrect Tony Stark. So what cinematic character, either Marvel or DC, would you bring back from the dead?
So the character I'm going with, I don't know if she was technically killed. I mean, the whole point was that she was supposed to have died, but I would go with Hela. She was such like a fun and like sassy villain. I loved her, and I just want to see more of her.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, the villains were absolutely neglected there. Sam?
So I'm gonna go Killmonger. Um,
Oh yeah.
I think that especially like post blip and like knowing like what happened and everything, he would definitely join some like faction of people that like the Flag Smashers from Falcon and Winter
Mm-hmm.
Soldier. If you guys
Oh
have been
God.
following that,
When we talk about that, I'm gonna lose my shit.
yeah, man. So I think he would be joining that kind of a group and cause some real hell. I just think that would be a cool story.
Crazy Quilt Kite Man book. Stop it.
No,
Like
Stop it.
Crazy Quilt is an awful character. He is absolute garbage. I don't know why he popped into my head, but I figured it'd be funny. So
It was. It absolutely was. Um, yeah, and Killmonger, I wouldn't have killed him off, and I would have left him alive during the blip because I feel like he would have flourished
yeah,
there as opposed to everything else. And that struggle would have been cool to see moving forward. Oh, that's such a good one, Sam. Um, so for me, and such a simple answer, but it's Quicksilver because got him as a hero for maybe 6.5 minutes before he was just riddled full of holes. So, like, I'm curious to see like if we could have gotten that like new Avengers lineup where like that first one where Scarlet Witch is a part of the lineup, Quicksilver's part of the lineup. Like, I just wanted that dynamic. Also, he's a cocky asshole, and that I'm just curious about how that would have played alongside a Tony Stark on a regular basis, how it would have run with Captain America, who tends to like to run a tight ship, So it's very, very interesting. Janelle saying that he would choose Obadiah Stane. That's actually
okay.
kind of cool. I'd like that. I like that. Good. All right. So let's move on to our topics. So 2 characters from each universe, you get to swap them. I'm sorry, 2 characters, one from each universe, rather. Yeah. And you get to swap their universes. Who are you switching?
All right. So the first one I went with was I want to bring notorious Sassmaster Oliver Queen over and interact with Tony Stark. I want to just see those two, what the dynamic and the banter could be like going back and forth between those two. I think it'd be wonderful. So not only does Tony have to deal with his own like genius archer, now he's got another one that can match him in sass level. He'd be great.
I like that. And then who goes the other way?
So this one I went more of like the existential crisis more sort of thing. And what if Thor were to go like hang out with Wonder Woman? So now you've got like 2 different mythologies at like war with each other. Like which one's true? Which one's right? Why do they not know about each other?
So it's really funny that you went there because first of all, because of like the Marvel versus DC and the Amalgam comics, like that was cool. But like at least in the Marvel universe, I know the Greek pantheon exists, but I don't know the Norse one does in the DC universe. Somebody might correct me on that. I don't think it does. So I just find that to be incredibly interesting. But why? I mean, Hercules. You have Hercules as a prominent hero, but there's no Themyscira. There's none of the other stuff. But yes, like I think they bang a little bit and have like super powered babies. Like, let's go. Super like overlord god type babies. But is that kid worthy?
I mean, I would assume so.
No, fuck that kid. Sam, you got anything?
Yeah. I would swap Black Widow with Batgirl.
Ooh, swap the redheads.
So I just want to see Black Widow like with the Bat family and see how she handles Bruce Wayne. I mean, like she can handle Tony Stark.
Put him in his place in minutes.
Yeah, she handles Tony Stark, but it's just so different. with Bruce. I feel like she wouldn't really succeed. Like if they're not really equal in my head. I mean, Barbara's a genius. Oracle. She
Yeah,
has all that stuff going for her.
unbelievable.
Black Widow doesn't really, as far as I know. She's not like at that level, so it
But her
wouldn't.
spy skills are unreal.
Yes, yeah, she would still be great in the field, but yeah. So that's the swap that I would make.
All right, like it, like it. Before I do mine real quick, I'll hit Janelle's, where she says Sabretooth DC to interact with the Bat family, but he wants 90 Sabretooth. And Lex Luthor in the Marvel Universe to basically annoy Spider-Man and Norman Osborn,
Oh,
which,
Okay.
oh,
yeah, like I kind of like that pairing a lot. That's very smart.
What I like about that is that like Lex Luthor is like such like a serious like corporate type of villain, which you don't really get that much of in the Marvel universe. Like they tend to be a little bit more campy, even if like they're the serious like corporate type. They tend to be a little more on the campy side. So
mm,
Yeah,
it'd be
Norman's as close as it gets when it comes to
yeah.
like corporatized villains. All right, so for me, I went Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern to the Marvel Universe to also interact with Spider-Man. I just feel like those two together have just, first of all, their dating lives are hilarious. Like side by side. Like if you keep them like college-ish age, just out of college, whatever, their dating lives are hysterical. But then like on the power side, like the combos you can pull off, also the banter is just gonna be out of control. Absolutely out of control. And then I take Black Panther and put him in the Justice League because
Okay.
ooh,
I would love to see them, because he's kind of an arrogant dick, like as a rule, and he's a king, of course he is. So I would kind of like to see that interaction, especially with Batman, because they're both unbelievable combatants. So it's just like who goes like most respect there. Like I don't know. Well, I think Black Panther could take him because powers always beats no powers in my book. It's just impossible otherwise. So I don't know, man. I think it would be very, very fun. Just
Oh, that'd be great.
interesting battles.
Janelle,
Oh no, what just
honorable
happened?
mention. I'm putting this up here. Honorable mention: and Boost, Booster and Beetle to
Blue Beetle.
Marvel
Yeah,
paired with Deadpool. Yeah,
that's good. I kind of like that.
Booster
Just
and
a whole
Deadpool.
bunch of quippiness, a whole bunch of quippy
Mm.
nonsense. Uh, every show, every show,
Booster Gold,
every show we bring him up.
the most relevant hero, hands down, in the DC universe.
God damn.
Fits in everywhere.
All right. So next here, and our last topic. So which character or team would you give a live action movie to that hasn't been done or is not in development?
Ooh, can I go?
Yeah, go for it.
New Mutants. I think it would be a great movie if they did it. And, I haven't heard anything.
Sam, Sam, they already did it. It got delayed several times, but they already did it.
Yep. Yeah, we're talking about it tomorrow on the show.
Oh, right. So be sure to catch that twist cast when that comes out about New Mutants. It's going to be great. I'm sure Fox killed it in with
Sam,
this movie.
Sam,
Just
they,
that.
they didn't.
Just
Oh, fuck.
yeah. That's
Anyway, I'll go.
So, I do have a serious
Yeah,
one.
go for it.
The Question and Huntress. I would love to see a movie with the two of them.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Would you use the Huntress from the Birds of Prey movie?
Yes, I would. Even though I didn't really care for her that much, I think it would be if they just a little bit of tweaking to like her personality. She was like a little bit sarcastic and like, I don't know. She just wasn't as serious in the way that I thought she would be.
I don't think she was sarcastic. I thought she was more
Oh, and another segment of Mike's microphone. And
Uh,
Mike is back. Are you back?
so
There you go.
I think that character is a little more goofy than she was sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's just parts of, like, it was just almost socially awkward, like in ways. But then when, like, it was time for the fight, she was badass like she was supposed to be. So I was just like,
Right.
okay,
Yeah. And so, I
they
mean,
didn't
if they kept some elements and then just tweaked, one or two things, I think it would be an interesting movie. But like mainly based on the question, I think that would be a great movie.
like it.
All right, I was actually torn between two options.
Give me them both.
And technically, it's a little cheap because there have been some live action adaptations, but not movies. So, haha, loopholes. So the first
Fine.
one would be Nightwing. I think that would be just a fun movie, just to see like a
Whoop,
full
whoop.
scale, like live action acrobatic Nightwing sort of thing. But then I was also thinking I would love to see like a proper Green Arrow, Black Canary sort of movie, because like the
God damn it! You
banter between
stole
them,
it from me. You stole it right from me.
the
All
banter
right,
between
fine.
them is just so good. Like they just have such a wonderful dynamic, and I would take the Black Canary from Birds of Prey, or they could recast.
Oh, Trey Smollett,
I'm
dude,
fine.
I love her.
Yeah, she
Like
was
she was
great.
great. I feel like depending on who they cast as Oliver, like they could do something really great there.
Oh man, that's actually a good question. I don't know who would be best suited to suit up as Oliver Queen, especially after we had Stephen Amell for
Mhm.
like years and years and years. Like you're gonna be in your mind just comparing the two.
Charlie Hunnam, dude.
Yeah, maybe. He's been rumored for so much shit. It's just like, all right, is it gonna happen or isn't it gonna happen?
Yeah.
Shit or get off the pot. All right, since Jesse just stomped on my foot.
Hey, you're the one that said to give you both, so
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna go outside the box a little bit. I'm gonna have a somehow Robin centric movie featuring all of the Robins together, each utilizing their specific skills to solve a common problem. So I'm getting Dick in there. Yeah, I know, you fucking immature assholes in the comments. Just say it. Say what you're gonna say. I'm getting Dick in there. I'm getting Jason in there. I'm getting Tim in there. I'm getting Damien. We're just gonna run. Maybe even Stephanie too. Stephanie Brown. Let's go. Let's go. Because they all feature something different. Like Tim, best detective of the bunch, right? Dick is a natural leader. Jason is brutal, but he's very good. He has very Batman-esque tactics. Damien, look, like, don't sleep on Damien. Like he's an assassin. like he brings something to the table. Same thing with Stephanie. She's a badass as well. So I would run something like that.
I think that's a fantastic idea. And not only that, so I think I mentioned it in one of our previous streams within the past few weeks that I was reading a Batman Cult, a Batman story from the 90s. It's about Deacon Blackfire, who starts a cult and and essentially kidnaps Batman and holds him in his sewer for I forget how long. I feel like it was a few months or something like that. But I feel like that would be an excellent story to bring all of the Robins together to find Batman, and
Yeah.
like it could totally play into like each Robin's thing, like you were saying, like they're getting more desperate. So Jason's just gonna like kick the shit out of some people.
He's getting damn motherfuckers off of rooftops.
Like Tim is gonna go
real.
like full detective. It's gonna be it would be awesome because the stakes have to be really high. I feel like for all of them to get together. So
Janelle says Marvel and DC are hard because damn near everyone is slated for something, but he'd go with the Deadman movie.
ooh,
I'd also agree. I'm surprised none of us went with like a Constantine. But I
almost
mean,
went
it's already kind of been done.
Yeah, I almost went with like a Justice League Dark sort of thing, but then I thought of Black Canary and Green Arrow, and I was just like,
Yeah.
no, I want that more.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, and that's where I left off in Injustice. Like, I just like unlocked Green Arrow and Black Canary, and I was like, oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. So
Like Stephen Amell's portrayal was great, but it's a different type of Oliver Queen. I like this more like sassy and it's like jokey Oliver Queen.
want that swashbuckling, like rich a-hole. Like,
Yep.
that's what I want. Yeah. Need that. All right. Yeah, that's it for me. Wow.
Cool.
Oh, so a couple things, housekeeping notes.
Yeah.
One, T-Public sale started today, as a matter of fact, and runs through Saturday. So buy our shit. Go get that shit if you have not. I know some of you guys have, some of you guys have not. Go get it. It's going to be tight. Two, we have a new show up right now, Justice League Snyder Cut. That thing long, that thing good. Go get it.
Out of frame.
Go, let's do it.
Out of frame long.
Out of frame, yeah. It's large. And I think that's it for now.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for checking us out tonight. If you haven't already shared us to other people that you know, why? A, so put that in the comments.
Facts.
And B, well, your name will be there, so we'll know where to find you if you haven't shared us. So anyway,
it's like you see it
Don't
in the comments pop up.
threaten-
We fucking hate you. That's why we hate Watch.
mhm. So
Don't
yeah.
threaten our viewers.
yeah, so share us or we'll find you. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining us again. Be sure to check out the twistedcape.com. Our next Twistcast that just went up about the Snyder Cut. Be sure to check that out. Kind of a full circle.
Which you can also listen to on twistcape.com.
Yes. So lots of places to check out our content. Hope you do. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And until next week, I'm Sam.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jesse.
All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Stay safe and stay healthy.
I need photos of Spider-Man.